Breakfast.
So even if I don't find you still did everything we can use.
How's this okay? Yes, hello? Yes, please. It's okay. I'm just sharing the link by WhatsApp. I'm, I'm sh- I've shared it on WhatsApp. I've shared it on WhatsApp. I'm sharing it by email. Alright. Okay. Make sure this.
He's in trouble.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. You're welcome to the internal audit. Welcome to the internal audit awareness month breakfast launch. Let's have a word of prayer from Lori. Lori.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful morning, O Lord. We thank you for the audit team that has put this together. Heavenly Father, I pray that the week that is starting today will go according to plan. We pray that all the activities today, the CSR activity, will go well at the school in Kololo. Lord, we pray that you will help us be able to be colleagues and employers who are mindful of audit issues in the bank so that we can take it to greater heights. In your name I pray.
Thank you, Lori. We have our agenda. We'll be having communication from the internal audit, that is Giaga. We'll be having remarks from the ED, the managing director as well. Then we'll have communication from the board audit committee. This is Josephine Phobia. And then we'll have a Q&A session. And then we'll have a breakfast takeaway. Let's start off with the internal audit. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. You are all welcome to this breakfast. We thank you very much for sparing your morning hour to be with us here. This is yet another year for us as internal audit. So we'll be pulling it off as we have always done. I'll go straight into the presentation. I'll first introduce the team of internal audit. Please show up. I'm introducing them now because they'll be going to the other side. Some of them will be going to the other side to prepare at the school. This is a cross-section of some of them. She's Christine and Oli. Maybe you can speak for yourself.
Area, pressure audit. Yes.
What is your designation?
My name is Babola Adila Male. I'm a senior internal auditor with the operations audit.
Your interest has been. Wilson Hassan is my name, manager operations audit.
I'm Majakia Julian, principal internal auditor, IT audit.
Anthony Akena, of course, and auditor operation.
Yeah, one of the things was to show off what we did last year and with the results we have now. So, I think we put it here. Please, you can take your seats. About internal audit profession. What is this profession that we are celebrating today? It was established in 1941. That is the institute. The head office is in Florida, USA. Each country is required to have an institute. So in Uganda, we have Institute of Internal Auditors, Uganda. We shall be teaming with them at the CSR at Colorado. We have made a force of 200,000 members so far registered. The mandate of the profession is to maintain membership, to develop standards and guidance that we all follow in our respective institutes, facilitate certification. We are all required to certify as internal auditors. And then manage a bookstore and publications. We have a website. Please, you can visit our website and get insightful information. What we are here for, and the rest of the month of May, it's about internal audit awareness. This month was set out for that purpose. HFB will be joining participation for the second year running, but this year we shall do it for 2 weeks. Our theme today is hashtag value internal audit. Yes, you have to value internal audit in order to get value out of it. We have 3 objectives that we want to achieve. Opportunity to interact more with the internal audit stakeholders who are yourselves and others who may not be here. But also we desire to inspire young professionals in the community to consider internal audit career. Oftentimes this internal audit career doesn't come through at the grassroots. People come to learn of internal audit when they are in institutions. But we want to inculcate the profession right from grassroots so that we inspire people to be professionals of internal audit. That's why we shall be going to Colossus. The other objective is to create a lasting positive impression on internal audit. For years, you know the impression that internal auditors have had. So why are we engaging today? It is about customer experience. Everywhere, customer experience. We treat ourselves as a business of internal audit. Now we have to mind about customers of internal audit. That's why today we are focusing on stakeholders. This is what we ultimately achieved when we sat here last year. It was the same day of 3rd May when we started off the audit month. Hardly did we know that we would achieve this global recognition. These are 41 countries. I will read that message verbatim. The 2018 Building Awareness Champions. Congratulations to our 2018 Building Awareness Champions. These affiliates and chapters promoted the internal audit profession through a variety of outstanding events and awareness campaigns during May 2018. By sharing their passion for internal auditing, they raised awareness of the profession and helped stakeholders understand and value the internal audit in their organizations. Uganda is listed down there. There are 41 countries. But in Uganda, ultimately, it is housing finance that did the awareness. We thank the board for the support in terms of facilitation. We have just closed the survey Again, clap for yourselves. This is the highest mark we have had in this institution, this bank, in terms of responding to a survey. So we garnered 239 responses, but they were not just, we had to work hard at it. So every morning we had reminders about this survey, and we are grateful that we have this feedback. This is quality feedback because it was anonymously secured. So there were no staff numbers, staff names. So you provided your feedback genuinely. So under customer service, we got 73%. Professionalism and competency, we got 76%. And then risk assessment, we got 73. There were other open questions that have led to the activities that we are going to see in these 2 weeks. The role of the internal audit, a little bit of recap. Again, we shall engage one-on-one during the 2 weeks, but we can have a snap of it here. To provide independent assurance that the bank's risk management, governance, and internal control processes are operating efficiently. This is familiar. Risk has been going around with the 3 levels of defense. You can have it more here. You have a first line operation management. Your work is just to execute. Do according to the policies and procedures that have been set. But you can also recommend for improvement. Now, risk is supposed to design the second level of defense, to design governance, risk and control framework, but as well as monitor them and provide timely, balanced information. Now, in terms of audit, it doesn't come into execution, doesn't come into fixing policies, but we review, we provide oversight over the policies of the institution and other laws. So down there you have the outcome for the 3 levels. Level 1 is control of risks. Level 2, confirmation of controls. And level 3, strategic overview of controls. We also have a standard. Like I told you, the profession is there to set standards for us. So this is an international standard for internal auditors. I'll just briefly go through. The outer circle is communicating a mission, that internal audit has to have a mission. There is that thick blue, the half. It is mandatory. The navy blue, those are mandatory standards that you don't have to fall short. It describes the definition of internal audit. It has core principles. Core principles are 10 of them. Core principles refer to the internal audit function as a whole or a department. Now, the department has to comply to those 10 principles. You have a code of ethics. Code of ethics refers to individual auditors. You as me, internal audit. Therefore, there's objectivity, competence, integrity, and what is the fourth one? Objectivity, competence, integrity, and what is the fourth one? No. It is a C. Confidentiality, yeah, thank you. The other The triangle down there are talking about standards. Those are standards that internal auditors exhibit. There are again two sets. There's one for performance, how you do the function, and also the attributes, how internal audit as an individual does work. Then the gray portion there, the gray portion is about guidelines on how to implement the mandatory guidance. From those standards, we are supposed to derive the framework that we shall use to operate as internal auditors. We have the charter, we have the strategic plan, we have the risk-based annual plan, and then the audit plan, rather the audit budget. Those are all supposed to be approved by the chair, the board audit committee, and ultimately the board. These tools must be familiar to all of you. These are tools that have brought us together. You, our stakeholders and internal auditors, these are our bond. This SDL here, even the recent bonus, went through that system. Yes, you wouldn't get that bonus if it didn't go through that system. Clap for that system. Anyhow, SCL does data analysis. We have masses of data in this institution, in the core banking system. Besides the core banking system, we have peripheral. Peter, in your last listing, we had around over 20 systems communicating to CBS. So all those systems can only be managed through an interrogating system. SCL will check whichever scenario you want to extract from the system. Now, last year alone, transactions in this bank were 19 million. Would you quickly go to Excel and analyze data through over the 19 million transactions? Probably not. So that is a powerful tool. So we have it, currently we have extended it, we have it at Audit. We are having it at HR for salaries, risk for analysis also. The other tool there is the famous teammate. Teammate has brought everybody together. Everyone talks about teammate. If you have ever been audited and you are supposed to have a responsibility in that audit, you must go through teammate. You can see the green there is where we do our work, day-to-day work. We are supposed to start here, but this is where we started in terms of implementation. But now we have extended the circle. You are here. This is where you participate from when you are responding or inputting your comments and responding. This is where risk is playing to input the register, and some few weeks you'll be going in there to do your self-assessment. This is where the planning is supposed to be. This is pretty much administration here. So that is your teammate. So who can dispute that there is no stakeholder engagement? It is a digital engagement. Another stakeholder engagement is here. This one was at a time the executive management had just come in office. It was on 14th January. So we had this engagement to take them through the role of internal audit. Don't mind about the MD taking the podium, but he first listened and then he took the podium there. Yeah. The value adds, I've talked about the system. This is the daily routine that we do. You no longer, Peter will testify here, you no longer get exceptions in the system. When the system had just come up here, we had lots of exceptions in loan repayment, amortization, interest, charges, and so on and so forth. Thank you. Now, I think we are almost closing into a year. Every month we run, we don't get exceptions. That means we highlighted the fixes and they were done. Thank you. Other value adds, in terms of operations, the other audits you know, where when we visit branches and so on, the ultimate objective has been to create the culture of resolution of issues. I know some other stakeholders that, like the regulator, still has concern, but for us who have been here, this is enormous achievement. The mindset first, because you hear everyone talking about teammate. I have to respond to the other issue in teammate, not just for responding, but they have to work at closing the issues. So that is one of the achievements we have had. DCX, we are always there. You want to publish donors accounts, closures, what? It is also enormous data there. Day-to-day reportings, OBT. Hope you want to comment on reconciliations, variable banking, ATMs, MasterCard, InterSwitch. The pains of data have been resolved, ladies and gentlemen. Credit, CRB, you know our issues one-on-one. Compliance, you have taken up here. Some POU returns have been validated and now they are quick to review. The risk side, data analytics, support investigations. To support investigations in forensics, again, we have automated the review of the audit trail. The audit trail on CBS is something that records any inquiry that you do. Whatever you tap, it records that data. So it is large sums of data. So we were having issues on how to review that information, but we have since developed a script for risk health. The value add on capacity building, we have our weekly in internal audit. Whoever now you go to is able to give you SCL, to give you teammate in terms of at least the basic inquiries. Risk management, we have done training on the teammate and SCL as well as OBT. We have recently, the three of us, internal audit, risk and compliance, come up with a standardized risk grading framework. These are the calls for each time we have a president of internal audit at the global. So these are the 5 things he said we should be doing this year. In the interest of time, I might not run through them. All in all, we would like to appreciate you as our stakeholders, mainly the board, through the board audit chair, for the budget, and even the principle, approving the principle that you should do an awareness. Executive management and senior management for the support. I've been on your neck, especially the last week, to have this feedback through the survey and other support. The entire staff fraternity represented here, we thank you for your participation. The marketing and admin, those are permanent partners in May. And the internal audit staff for these ideas. They don't just come in anyhow. Other activities we don't want to unleash. Connie will be highlighting each activity as they come in, but today, from here we shall go to oral essays. Mr. MD, this breakfast is a light breakfast. It is the continental breakfast. It is in line with cost management. And please partake of it. It is a small gesture we can have as internal audit. I would like to thank you very much for your attention.
Yes, welcome everyone once again, and good morning. Thank you, our GM, for the remarks. And next on our agenda is the communication from the ED, who will in turn invite the MD when she's done with her remarks. Please, welcome.
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Relax. Cheer up, loosen up. This is not an audit exit meeting or an audit entry. So relax. You're most welcome, and thank you so much for making time for this breakfast. Internal audit. I like the hashtag. Value internal audit. When you think about internal audit, think about a landmine. You've all heard about landmines. Not so common in Uganda, but common in several countries. Afghanistan, Egypt, all those countries. Landmines are very deadly. A landmine is done in such a way that whoever runs over it or walks over it, finished. And you cannot tell where the landmine is. You cannot. As reading about it some time back, it's not that I want to be a terrorist, but it's something very small, a tiny thing, but very, very powerful. So when you think about internal audit, think about a landmine and think about internal audit as deminers. Demining is removing the landmine. Demining. So internal audit, I value personally. And I would like everyone in the organization to value internal audit. Because there are certain risks that we may not be able to see. There are certain things that we cannot see. As business people, we want to run, get that deal, book that customer. You know, even the policies and procedures, they are always fighting with credit. Credit is saying policy here, we are saying, no, this is a very good customer, we want to bring them on board. So we may not be able to see certain things that can hit us. The blind spots, the landmines. So internal audit does that. And we want to value them for that work. So when you look at an internal auditor, don't run out of the lift. When you go for lunch and you find internal auditors, don't dodge them, because they are our partners. They actually play a very big role in any organization. She talked about risk management, governance, internal controls, and processes. Those are the things they help us to comply with, so that we can run these organizations profitably, managing risks. Just think about driving a car without brakes, or when the brakes are worn out. If you have ever driven such a car, my friend, it is terrible. So internal audit, we value you, and thank you for this hashtag, value internal audit. I pray that during this week, we shall, learn more about their role, appreciate them, and value them for what they are doing for the bank and for the community. So thank you very much, Internal Audit and team, for putting this together. And we look forward to more of these, learn more, and be able to manage the business. Thank you very much. With those remarks, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the Managing Director to give us his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, colleagues.
Good morning.
Chair, Board Audit Committee, you're most welcome. Thank you for sacrificing your money to come and identify with us as an organization, and particularly with internal audit as we go through the Global Audit Awareness Month. Thank you, Dorothy, for sharing with us the value of internal audit, and not just the value of internal audit, but what you do as a function in the bank. We provide assurance. We must be able, as a bank, we're a business entity. But for us to be able to lend assurance, not just to you, our key stakeholders, but to the wide spectrum of stakeholders like customers, shareholders, the public, we must have thorough systems. We must have the control functions effectively running their mandates. And that's what Dorothy has just shared with us. It's important that you, our colleagues, understand. I want to share with you that lately I witnessed staff moving from the business functions to join internal audit. It was a bit surprising for me, but there are some of the people here moved from other functions to join internal audit. And I noted it in your presentation on RADA, and I think it's a good thing that people should want to go and support and run and pretend over the internal audit function rather than run away from it and be chasing other aspects. So for me, it's part of increasing awareness, and I've seen that happen for risk, for compliance. So thank you very much, the champions of the control functions. Now to my speech. I'm pleased to identify with internal audit as we celebrate the Global Audit Awareness Month. And like the global, one of the key professions here is the accountants, the lawyers. But it's interesting how professions are shaping the future and destiny. And I applaud you on that. Now, as a business, we've just come up with a new strategy. We have a new strategy where we profile what we want to see, where we profile where we see the bank over the next 5 years. But for us to do that, we also are aware that there are a number of dynamics, a number of challenges. There are a number of new ways and means that we must be able to do this work. Now, it's important that as we go this one, that there is a proper risk management framework, that the controls are in place, that the governance framework is thorough. Internal audit is one of the key functions of the bank, as those are shared with us, that's pretend over that function. Now, for you, Dorothy, and your team, Shadia, to be able to effectively do that, it's imperative that you understand strategy. It's imperative that you understand the new systems, the processes, the products. That will be able to effectively perform your function. Now, these changes definitely, invariably, they place enormous strain on the organization and they become major sources to risk. So it's imperative that we take into our expectations as management are quite heavy in terms of doing that. The internal audit's broad and clear understanding of the strategy prepares them effectively to monitor progress and be associated with the new business lines and the new regulation and compliance standards. Internal can also play an important role in ensuring projects run on time. The new initiatives get off the ground and the environment association parks are in line with our organization's aspirations, and not just this bank, but also society's aspirations. And to harness that power, we need to appreciate the value of internal audit that you bring to the various engagements, not just this one, not the one you're going to have at school, but globally and across the country. Today, we join the rest of the world to celebrate the global internal audit profession and to participate in the Internal Audit Awareness Month from 3rd May as to when? 17th May. Okay. 17th May under the theme value, #value internal audit. And as management, we shall provide the support and actively participate during this awareness period and beyond. And I call upon the entire staff to participate and to bond more with internal audit. Internal audit is a valuable stakeholder of this institution. We should freely engage with them. Unless there's something sheepish happening, internal audit is a key mandate, a key function, is a key stakeholder in this bank. And we value Dorothy. We want to continue to say, for me, the key thing is preserving your independence as internal audit. Even as we go through these various engagements, the independence of the internal audit must be protected and must continue to be enshrined in the things and the work that we do for us to effectively educate our work. So I thank you very much, and we look forward to a fruitful month full of engagement, participation, illuminating to our staff and other key stakeholders, and through which we'll be able to understand and shape this organization with their destiny. Thank you very much. And with this viewer, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite the chair for the audit committee to make her remarks.
Let me hide back here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Marietta doesn't bite. Can some of you come and sit this row? Gentlemen, actually doesn't bite. Maybe hope, but Marietta shouldn't really. Please come, sit. I'm not going to budge until you sit. And thank you for turning out. Dorothy, I'm not so sure why we are making it a fortnight when globally it's a month. But maybe we can have that conversation. If it is a budgetary conversation, awareness can still continue, especially digitally. You mentioned digital. So from 18th to 31st, we can still go on pop-ups, website, emails, WhatsApp. I'm hoping you have a group around here. You do it. And groups, yes, it continues. I'm not badging ladies, there are seats here. You know, this is not part of the speech, I'm doing like the MD. But I want you to get to the seats. Thank you. On behalf of the Board Audit Committee, let me take this opportunity to welcome each one of you to this year's International Audit Awareness Month. And I'll maintain the month because I think from 18th we'll continue the awareness. In our teams, as managers, we shall continue. Budget notwithstanding. There was some good stats that Dorothy pinned up here for us. She probably held a gun to your heads and you responded and gave her 76%, 73%, all these things anonymously. I must share they are a part of her KRS, so she really pushes her KRS well. So I just need a testimony of someone who can voluntarily come here and tell us what value they believe they are getting from internal audit. Somebody who is not MD or ET or CS, that is. Is there anyone? It is my God. Well, the gentleman has volunteered. We'll get another one who's not part of senior management. We'll get another one who looks like Lori.
Thank you very much, Chair. Board committee. Mine is not politics. Yes, I am just, you have requested that one person stands and just says it.
Yes.
One thing which I want to say is this. You mentioned at the beginning that when you complete end of month, they go through a review of whether the system collected the charges well, whether everything, the process ran well. Now, we can't evaluate ourselves and do the perfection. We have benefited as IT department. We have benefited from the to the extent that I now go home, sleep when end of month is running, and I have no problem. I come in the morning, I don't see any exceptions. And I ask her, is there anything? Then she returns to me blank sheet. There's nothing. So, really, the value of internal
You get your chance.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Damali from OBT. I have a testimony. We used to see internal auditors in court, and they're going to disturb, they're going to ask for this and that, they're going to do this and that. We are going to be stressed. But unlike those days, internal audits, towards the end of last year, we came up with a strategy for us, a solution, and SEL shared their platform. The one champion in it is Moses. I reconcile mobile banking, but it used to take me almost the entire day reconciling the previous day's work. But currently, we do that work in minutes. You just go to SEL, you just click a button, and it gives you all the issues that you're supposed to handle. Basically, you just log into them and post. A thing that takes me not more than 2 hours. Unlike the entire whole day of stress then before
So now you're
meeting internal. Thank you.
Morning once again, Lori from Legal. When the audit would send an email and say, we're coming to Legal, we all go like, upset. Because the request for very things, and then you're going to give responses, and also will come up and say, I want this response again. But thank you, Audit, for saying that. Because now you give a response, and then so that issue is closed. You're not going to have to repeat it again. And we're not going to have to have that with you guys.
Thank you. Any other? I didn't plan to these people, by the way. Yeah? I was hoping that credit would come forth.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'll start with the audit of it was 2017 when the audit came to credit. I never gone through such a very disruptive process. And I took time to understand because it was my first audit as head of credit in that department, and it was very disruptive. Fast forward 2018. In fact, I think I've told Logosri and also here, Dorothy. You know, auditor told us that we were coming. Of course, we started panicking, and we had our entry. But you see, we knew they were around, but they were not disrupting anything. You could feel them, but it was very different this time. And I thank them. And they've been engaging us for things that came up as a result of the audit that they did, which I found to be very educative and improving on the work that we do. Thank you very much.
I believe we are seeing value. Just one last one. Due to habit demand. Hey, what do you want?
Morning, everyone. Forgive my voice. Audit, for us as risk, audit has always been like our sibling. We do work a lot together. But this, late last year, the bank enhanced the CBS audit trail and tasked our department to review the audit trail. As Dorothy mentioned, that trail per day is huge. So I actually first put my hand on the head and wondered, how are we going to review that thing? I even resisted. Peter is my witness. I said, this, I don't think it can be done. But then we had to do it. Anyway, in the end, through Dorothy and her team, especially Moses, he has worked with my team to come up with scripts to pick out the exceptions. So it's really easy work. So I thank you, Dorothy.
So I think it is just right to say that Dorothy for president. Not the other president. I mean the global president of lest we get into trouble. Just fast forward. I think I'm done with my presentation because you really have said it. Hashtag value internal audit. Value internal audit to get value out of internal audit. And likewise, I tell what I believe is my team, my core team in the bank right now. Internal audit. Value the business to get value out of the business. It's a relationship. It goes two ways. I think when you hear from Head Credit's testimony, it was disruptive before. But the improvement, what does the improvement mean? That even for internal audit, it becomes disruptive anyway. If I raise a call and say, I'm coming to your department, and all you're doing is panicking, it's not helpful on my side. So it's a relationship. And I believe that's why the focus is really moving away from the headmaster with the stick to customer management. And that's why Dorothy actually highlights that pie chart she did. The pie chart showing what is the feedback she's getting from me. And give it well. I like that mobile money testimony. I one time in my past reconciled interest, what were those accounts? Interest accrual, which had gone haywire. Those were millions of transactions. Actually, it didn't take a day. It would take days. And by the time you're done your days, until a system would come in and, align things together, it is a nightmare. So, value, internal audit, so that. Pardon? Yes, it is value internal audit to get value out of internal audit. And likewise, internal audit team values the business to get value out of the business. And I believe going forward we can do to make this more meaningful is we can plan to have even branch representation when we are launching. We can plan to come in a little earlier and keep time. Can that work? Yes. Judith, can that work? Yes. Then we can really do something that is representative of the whole team, such that when they go back to their branches, wherever they go, they send a message. Nonetheless, from 18 onwards, we still send the messages. So I wish to thank the board, management, and you all for supporting the internal audit department in this effort. I would like us to enjoy this week, but more so learn from it. Not just this week, this fortnight, this month. I'd like us to enjoy it, but more so learn from it. Take away these testimonies. I think they will make your life lighter when the audit team calls onto you and says we are coming to your department next. I saw something here which I wanted to point out. In the past, we used to have internal audit plans. That's what we used to call them. Out of the whole work plan for the bank, inherent in there is an internal audit plan. But right now, we actually focus on calling it a risk-based annual audit plan, because we are looking at the register and saying, where is our weakness? Where are our exposures? Where are we weakest? And then with the few resources we have, we actually concentrate on those points more. I attended a training recently, and it was pointing to the fact that all institutions right now observe that they are more exposed in IT. It made me realize, okay, that's why when the external audit teams, not just here, but also in my other work life, when they come in an entry, they first really look at the IT security, IT system, IT issues, because you can do everything very well and then get wiped out overnight by a system issue. And sometimes you're totally not in control of a hacking. So what are you doing continually? You know, you assess your risk, you see your exposures, and you focus where you have the weakest point. So if you see internal auditing things coming back to you, the same person, you think again and say, what is it I'm not closing and how can I close it? And from us, from the tone at the top, we need to also look at these observations that keep recurring and start having a strategic outlook to them. Why is it that KYC keeps occurring not just in Deva, but it goes to Nakasero, then it goes to where? What is the underlying challenge? We just don't need to look at a stick and say, Treasury, bring a stick, let us beat up on that. The issue is, what are the underlying fundamentals for us to close out? I want to thank you very much for your participation. I'd like to thank the audit team. A big clap for all of them and the results. Thank you.
Thank you, our chairman, Audit Committee. So next on our agenda is the Q&A. Yes, question and answer. So what we are doing here in this session is any question you mind. Of course, the topic has to be relevant to what's happening here. You ask, and then you get the answer from any of the people that appear or anyone in internal audit, right? So we have 2 mics.
We might not take the questions. Sorry about that, but we receive them at our workplace. The MD, there is another board meeting that's going to take place at 8:30. We need to be mindful of time. Sorry about that, Moses. So I think we need to call off this for now. We have been allowed like 5 minutes.
Mike is here. It can be for the MD, it can be for any internal audit, it can also be for our chairperson, audit committee, or anyone in internal audit, or any head of department. A word of appreciation, perhaps? Yeah? No? Okay, all right. So it looks like you want to head out to breakfast. So breakfast will be served outside there. However, we're going to observe a protocol as we head out for the breakfast. So kindly allow members in front here, our chair, head of department, MD, and the rest, first go pick up the breakfast, and then we can follow suit. Yes. So this is the end of this morning engagement. Just to mention once again, we have another activity coming up after this. But the select team for people from the bank is pending out to follow cases. So kindly those that have been informed to be part of that. Let's gather outside there after the breakfast. At the bus, the bus outside in the bus. Let's gather there after the breakfast and we head out.